Hello everyone, it's me Uncle John. Today I am going to read S4 4056, Nate the Great and the Pillowcase by Marjorie Charmet and Rosalind Weinman. I, Nate the Great, am a sleepy detective. My dog Sludge is a sleepy dog. We have just finished the sleepy case. It started a few hours ago. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was not busy. I was sleeping. Sludge was sleeping. Suddenly the telephone rang. It woke us up. Who could be calling me in the middle of the night? Hello, I yawned. It was Rosamond. A pillowcase is missing, she said. Can you help me find it? No, I said, and I hung up. A telephone rang again. I answered it. Slip on another pillowcase? I said. It's not my pillowcase, Rosamond said. It belongs to Big Hex. Your cat has a pillowcase? Of course. Rosamond said. I yawned. You want me to get up from my sleep to look for a cat's pillowcase? Yes, I thought that Big Hex could sleep without it, but he keeps pacing up and down, up and down, up and down. Doesn't he have a pillow to sleep on? Of course, that's why he needs the pillowcase. Rosamond was strange in the daytime, but she was even more strange at night. I knew that she wouldn't let me sleep. I'll take your pillowcase, I said. I put on my bathrobe and slippers. I wrote a note to my mother. Sludge and I went out into the night. It was damp, dark, dreary, and shivery. We hurried to Rosamond's house. Rosamond looked sleepy and strange, but not in that order. 4 cats were there. Plain Hax, Little Hax, and Super Hax were asleep. Big Hax was pacing up and down. I said, What does his pillowcase look like? It's beautiful, Rosamond said. I made it myself. I made 4 of 'em. One for each cat, all the same, white with holes around the open end and a pretty ribbon through the holes. See? Rosamond pointed to a sleeping cat. Big Haxie's pillowcase looks exactly like theirs. I asked. Oh no, Big Hex likes to play with this case. So now it's slashed and shredded. I keep washing it. So it's also shrunken and shriveled, and he chewed up the ribbon, so that's gone. Let me get this straight. The missing pillowcase is slashed and shredded, shrunken and shriveled. It has holes around one end, and you want it back? Rosamond smiled. Big Hex just loves it. When was the last time you saw it? This afternoon. I washed all my cat's things. I had 4 laundry bags full, one for each cat. I even washed the bags. Then I hung everything out to dry. Did you hang 4 pillowcases? Of course, Rosamond said. One for each cat. And it came over with a bang. I told her this was my big laundry day for pets. So we undressed Fang. I washed his sweater, neck, bandana. Then I hung them out to dry. Then what? When everything was dry, I put it all in my laundry basket. Were the 4 pillowcases there? Yes, then what? I brought the basket into the house, dumped everything on my bed. Annie and I tried to dress Fang in his nice clean clothes. Well, that's the last time I'll ever try to dress that dog. What happened? Fang growled at me. He showed every one of his teeth. I ran out of the room. Then I yelled to Yenny to take Fang's clothes home and to take Fang with them. And that's what she did. Did you go back to your laundry after that? No, my cats were hungry. So I fed them. Then I read to my cat. You read to your cat? 50 minutes each day. And did you get back to your laundry just before I went to bed? I looked for the nice things. The pillowcase and nightshirt. That's when I found out the big Hexie's pillowcase was missing. One of little Hexie's nice shirts. You're missing the pillowcase and a nice shirt. No, I know. where the nice shirt is, and he took it by mistake. I think she just grabbed stuff in her arms and when she left. Aha, perhaps Annie took Big Hexie's pillowcase by mistake. No, Rosamond said, I called her before I called you. You walk her too? Well, I found out that she has a little Hexie's nice shirt, but she doesn't have the pillowcase. See what a good detective I am. I Ned the Great yawned. Since you're such a good detective, solve this case, I said. Sludge and I are going back to sleep. Wait, Rosamond said, I'm not a great detective. You solved this case. Perhaps your pillowcase is still in this room, or you lost it between the clothesline and this room. Sludge and I will look. Sludge and I looked inside, and outside no lock. I said, tell me, has anyone else been in this room? Only Annie and Fang and my cats. Very well, I must go to Annie's house. Call her and tell her I'm coming. Sludge and I went out into the night. It was colder than before. I wrapped my bathrobe tighter around me. I flashed my flashlight on the ground. Perhaps Annie had taken the pillowcase and did not know it. Perhaps she had dropped it between Rosamond's house and her own house. But I did not see it. Annie was waiting inside her house. Fang was waiting too. He was wearing pajama and a nightcap. Fang had more clothes than I did. Fang yawned. His chest had never looked bigger, and he said, I know why you are here. But I don't have the pillowcase. Here is what happened. Fang and I went over to Rosamond's house. Fang was wearing his neck bandana and the sweater I got him for his birthday. Fang looked very snazzy, but after Rosamond washed and dried his clothes, Fang didn't want to wear them. He growled at Rosamond. She ran out of the room. I stuffed Fang's clothes into a laundry bag. And we left fast. Aha. You were in a hurry, yeah. I even took little X's nice shirts by mistake. I found it when Rosamond called me up. I looked in Rosamond's laundry bag. I saw Fang's sweater and bandana and little Hexie's nice shirt. Tomorrow I'm gonna give back the nice shirt and the laundry bag. Could you also have grabbed the big Hexie's pillowcase by mistake? And I shrugged. I don't know, but it's not in the laundry bag now. Did you stop anyone on the way home? Yes, at Uncle Ned's day and night diner to get some bones for Fang. They saved him some of their leftovers. Aha, something could have dropped out of the laundry bag at the diner or between Rosamond's house and the diner or between the diner and your house. What streets did you take to and from the diner? I went the shortest way. Fang led me. All the dogs know the shortest way. Sludge wagged his tail. He liked the diner. I thanked Annie for her help. Then Sludge and I walked out into the night. It seemed colder than darker. To the diner, I said to Sludge. Sludge led the way. I flashed my flashlight. Didn't see the pillowcase. Sludge and I went inside. The man behind the counter looked down at Sludge. He said, every dog in town must have been in here today. But look you, I have a big bun left. Sludge was a happy dog. I saw pancakes on the menu. I was an unhappy detective. I had no money, but I spoke up. I'm Ned the Great. Ned knows me. I would like 5 pancakes and some clues. I'll pay you tomorrow. Right now, I'm looking for the cat's pillowcase. The man smiled and turned away. He started to make the pancakes. I saw white cloth sticking out of a back pocket. I peered over the counter to take a closer look, but the man grabbed the cloth and wiped the counter with it. Cloth was small and shredded, and it had plenty of holes. Was this the pillowcase? Was the case up? The man put a plate of pancakes in front of me. I ate and thought, and he must have taken the pillowcase by mistake and stuffed it into the laundry bag. When she stopped at the diner, the pillowcase fell out. After Annie and Fang left, the man saw the pillowcase and thought it was a rag. I knit the grass to be sure. I had to get that rag. The man stuffed it back into his pocket. Then he bent over. So did I. I knit the grate. I reached for the rag. I pulled it out of his pocket. I spread it out. I tried to open it up. It wouldn't open. It was not a pillowcase. It was just a rag. I stuffed it back into the man's pocket. It was time to leave, but Sludge had not finished his bone. Do you have a doggy bag? I asked. The man handed me a bag. I put the bone in the bag. You can finish your bone at home, I said to Sludge. Sludge and I went out into the night. Now we must walk the street between the diner and Rosamond's house. I said, lead the way. Sludge and I walked and walked. I didn't see the pillowcase. I saw newspaper being delivered. I heard the clinking of milk bottles. Saw the sun coming up. The moon is going down. And the sun is coming up. And I still haven't solved this case. I said, Sludge was snipping the doggy bag. Suddenly he put his teeth into it. Crunch! He ripped the bag and grabbed the bone. Was Sludge angry or was he trying to tell me something? Where was the pillowcase? We couldn't find it at Rosamond's house. It was not in the laundry bag that Annie took home. We couldn't find it on the street or in the diner. Perhaps there was something Rosamond and Annie had not told me, but they had told me the same story about what had happened at Rosamond's house, except for one small thing. Suddenly I knew Rosamond and Annie had both been wrong. Come, I said to Sludge. Sludge and I rushed back to Annie's house. It was hard to do. My bad slippers were wearing out. Annie was still awake. I was glad about that. Fang was fast asleep. I was glad about that too. I need the great know where the pillowcase is, I said. You have it. No, I don't. It's not in the laundry bag. I need to say that's because it's the laundry bag. You were in a hurry when you left the Rosamond's house. You grabbed what you thought was a laundry bag. It looked like one. It was open on one end and had holes around the end, except the rope was missing from the hole. The holes were for a ribbon, I said, but that doesn't matter. Please show it to me. And he ran out of the room. She came back holding up something white, shredded, shrunken, and shriveled, and full of holes at one end. That's Big Hex's pillowcase, I said. Was you so busy thinking about the things you carry from Rosamond's house that I didn't think about what you carried them in? When Sludge went after his bone inside the bag tonight, he only cared about the bone, not what the bone was in. Sludge and I were thinking alike. Sludge wagged his tail. But how did you know that the laundry bag wasn't really a laundry bag? Annie asked. Anita Gray smiled. Rosamond thought you took the laundry in your arm, but you told me that you took it in a laundry bag. So why wasn't Rosamond missing a laundry bag? Because you never took one. Annie was sitting at the pillowcase. Big Hack sleeps on this, she said. It's ugly. And he tossed the pillowcase to me. My Fang would never sleep on anything so ugly. Fang heard his name. He woke up. He sniffed a ripped doggy bag. Pleasant dreams, I said. Sludge and I walked to Rosamond's house. Slowly, I now had holes on the bottoms of both slippers. This case is over, I said to Sludge. Now Big Hacks can go to sleep. You can't go to sleep. I can't go to sleep. I rang Rosamond's doorbell. I waited. I rang it again. I waited. I left the door opened. Rosamond was standing there, yawning. You woke me up, she said. I let the great have solved your case. I held up the pillowcase, and he took this by mistake. She thought it was a laundry bag. She grabbed the pillowcase. Thanks, Big X will get a good night's sleep tomorrow night. What about now? He got tired of pacing. He's been sleeping since you left the house. Nighty night, Nate. Rodman slammed the door. Nate the Great was mad, but I was glad the case was over. Judge and I went home. We went to bed. It felt good. The telephone rang. Nate the Great answered it. I know exactly what to say. Wrong number. The end.